Hey, what's going on? My name is Rosalia. Welcome to Psychic Therapy for the Soul, here with another timeless tarot reading. Alright, so this reading is about your future self has a message for you, a transformational reading. Your future self has a message for you. In this reading, I will be using the Cosmic Journey Oracle and the Muse Tarot. You can get these decks in my Amazon store. You just got to go to my description at the bottom, and that is where you will find it. In this timeless tarot reading, if you resonate, wonderful, use it as a guide throughout your day. If it does not resonate, do not try to put it into your story. Simply share and pass it along with someone that you will feel will resonate with this story better. All right, let's get started. Cool. So this is called Your Future Self Has a Message for You. Your future self has a message for you. What does your future self want you to know? What does your future self want you to know? Wonderful. So you gotta fulfill your destiny as a cosmic change maker. And deliver your greatest gift to the world. So I feel like this is for somebody who may have been feeling recently that they are not fulfilling their destiny, or they do not know what they are supposed to do with their life. Maybe you have been trying to understand your purpose, or maybe you've been trying to understand your meaning, and you've been kind of trying to figure out where you might find that. And I feel like 1 + 5 = 6, so you could have been healing recently from some kind of heartbreak or conflict or pain and change in your life. And now you're being encouraged to really follow your heart and share your heart, express your heart in the best way that you know how with the world, okay? And you know, we're all different and we're all unique and we're all authentic in our own way. So whatever makes your heart shine or feel good, that is actually how you bring change. That's how you fulfill your destiny. Okay, so let's pull the tarot. What does your future self want you to know? What message does your future self have for you? What message does your future self have for you? What message does your future self have for you? You got the 10 of materials and the 8 of materials as the first one. You got the Ace of Emotions kind of on its side there, flipping over, and the Queen of Voices. Wow. Fill that. And you got 2 of Emotions. The Empress at the bottom as the theme. I feel like you're realizing here, I don't typically start with the theme nor talk about it, but I'm really pulled into this Empress here and the way that she is basically the whole entire universe, okay? Like legitimately, she feels every single planetary alignment in which is going on around her. And it's almost like she's connected to the divine. Okay, you got all of this pink energy, so her crown chakra is open here with this pink hair, and she's saying, I am connected to you, I hear you, my environmental awareness is on point, but I am just not having it with the yellow cloak here. I need to protect myself from it because it's too much. I feel too much, too deeply, and I do need to have boundaries and space. Only then will I know when to deliver. Only then will I know how to provide my divine will, how to create with divine will. It needs to be in alignment with who I am, even though I'm so connected to this kind of external energy. So there's this need, not only is she connecting to this divine energy and she's really capable of receiving lots of information, but with that, with all that information, is a lot of responsibility and also a lot of possible energy that she might absorb, and she understands that she also has to cloak herself and protect herself from that, to not be influenced by too much external energy. So just the Empress doing Empress things, obviously. So in the first energy here, I feel like you're very connected to your community. Okay, you got the 10 of materials. All right, this is community energy. Everybody is circling around, trying to maintain and make this beautiful tree flourish. Okay, so you are trying to help and provide your skills in the best way that you know how. 8 of materials. You're juggling a lot of things. You have a lot of things to offer, and you want to offer those things. You got all of that divine energy here, kind of saying, hey, these are my resources and my skills, and I'm very much willing to offer this to my community. However, only on my terms. These are the skills that I'm willing to offer. I still need to protect myself from energies that want to just pull from me and think that I will just give anything of myself. This is a big deal. I feel like this is a big deal, and I'm just going to pause here for a second before I continue. The biggest mistake, this is actually the difference between the Queen of Cups, okay, the Queen of Cups in reverse, I want to say, and the Empress, or the Empress in reverse. The Empress, she knows what she wants, okay? The Empress has done the work. She's not needy, she's not codependent, okay? She knows what she can handle, and she knows what she's capable of giving and what she's not capable of giving. She will give on her own terms. This is my duty to give this. I know I can give this. This is what I like to give. This is what I know I can give, and here we are, right? But the Queen of Cups in reverse, or the Empress in reverse, I'll just give myself away fully. You know what I mean? I'll give you what you need. I'll give you what you need. I'll give everything of myself what you need. Meaning there is this separation of energy, as in I'll drain myself in order to make you happy, as opposed to I'm loving myself, I'm full, and I'll give what I know I can give, kind of thing. So I feel like in this case, you're kind of realizing that, like, you're setting these boundaries with the community, like, I'm willing to give like this, but your other problems and needs that are not in my scope of practice or are not in alignment with what I can give, I'm not able to help you there. Okay, I'm not going to attach to that energetic cord of need or guilt. So there is a certain kind of boundary or awareness of, I know what I can give, how much, what kind, and what skill, but I'm not going to get pulled into anything else. And this is where the Queen of Voices here with the Ace of Emotions comes in, okay? The Queen of Voices, she's very straight up, all right? She's hearing everybody's opinions, everybody's noise, everybody's problems and challenges and all of the things that they're dealing with. However, she's saying, listen, the only way that I'm going to be able to give you compassion and nourishment in that is only in the way that I can. I need to be fully first nourished, And only then will I give you what I know I can give you. Okay? I have to set boundaries. Okay? Your problems cannot become my problems. Your problems cannot become my problems. There has to be a boundary set. However, I'm capable of providing you this. This is what I can give you. This is what I'm going to give you. So there is a little bit of coldness when it comes to that, but it's only because she understands what she needs, who she is, and what she's capable of in order to be able to give to her community or give to others and give of herself without getting drained, right? Without becoming depleted. So this is kind of what I'm feeling, that once the community or the 10 of materials, okay, comes to terms with that, they will see enormous amount of ecstasy, okay, coming from the Queen of Swords. You'll see that if you let me give in the way that I want to give, and only this way, you will receive lots of ecstasy from me. Meaning, and I don't want to say this in a sexual way, it's not a sexual way. It's like a relief, okay? I'm providing you relief in the way that I know how, not in the way that you think I should provide. Okay, so that's the difference between the Empress and the Queen of Cups. Because the Queen of Cups, I know she's not here, but it's really important because the Queen of Cups does become the Empress one day, right? The Queen of Cups is very empathetic, okay? She takes on a lot of people's emotions and she gives too much. She gives a lot of herself in ways that sometimes she does really not desire, okay? Mostly the Queen of Cups in reverse, because the Queen of Cups has some emotional maturity in that sense. She gives in the way that makes other people happy, even to the detriment of herself, okay? But the Empress doesn't do that. The Empress gives what she knows she can give, but she will not change, okay, the way that she gives in order to make another feel like they're getting what they need, okay? Because she cannot get drained. She has to protect herself from that, okay? She has to protect herself from those needy energies, any kind of needy energy that pulls on her. But if you listen to me, Queen of Voices, okay, I will tell all of you that I will give in the way that I want to give with clarity and certainty. And as a result, you will receive lots of love from me in that way that I give, okay? In that skill that I give, in that profession that I give, or in that love that I give, in that type of love that I give. So let me give you an example, okay? Let's say someone comes to my space for a tarot reading. Okay, they come to my space for a tarot reading. And I'm like, okay, I can only give you a tarot reading because that's my scope of practice. That's my way of giving, okay? I can give to you in a tarot reading. I can give to you in astrology, nutrition, personal training. Those are my skills. I won't do anything else. Like, that's the only way that I can give to you for you to receive some kind of love and nourishment. And that person says, oh, I need a massage. That's what I'm needing right now to feel good. And they say, can you give me a massage? And then I have to say, actually, well, no, because that's not my scope of practice. I'm not going to change the way that I give. So that's the Empress. Only giving in the way that she knows she can give. So because you're stating your mind here and you're saying, hey, listen, this is all I can give. This is the only way that I can share with the community, okay, my skills and what I have been working on, okay? This leads to a harmonious connection of some sort, okay? It leads to some kind of emotional connection that brings harmony. It brings some kind of mutual understanding that you both feel the same way and we can now make this work, okay? It leads you down towards a partnership that understands you, that says, hey, I get you. This is how I need to be seen as well. We get each other, and now we can make things work. We can connect. We can both dive deep into our subconscious realms and share our emotions and be vulnerable with each other because we get each other. Neither one of us are taking advantage of the other, which I feel like is super important. All right, that's it for the reading. Bye.